You know, we're going to talk about communication, and you wouldn't think a group made mostly of women would have any trouble with communication.
That is very true. I know that everyone on our team has a lot of good things to say and to contribute. When we get together, we just can't talk fast enough.
That's true. But look what God did. He gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth. I think we're missing the point here. Do you think maybe we're supposed to listen twice as much as we talk, maybe?
Well, if I did that, I would be a wiser, more informed person. That is for sure. God intends for us to listen to Him and to each other fully without interruption. I find that I am so excited about what I have to say that I will interrupt others. What have I missed?
Yeah, I know. Sometimes in our vision meetings, we're excited and we're all talking at the same time, and I miss 90% of what's being said, and I just have to hope that it's repeated later and I get it.
Yeah. Well, one thing we don't have to be afraid of is those awkward periods of silence.
Well, those can be very important. One of my favorite speakers, he will put something out there and then he'll just pause and give the listener time to really get what he's saying.
I know who you're talking about, and I aspire to his method.
You know, one of the main reasons we need to listen is that we can hear the heart issues. We can have a team member or someone attending our gathering or any of our outreaches, and they may have a serious issue going on that needs to be addressed with love and wise counsel. And we never know unless we're willing to be quiet long enough to listen and to hear.
I so agree. Sometimes anger and hurt feelings can be disguised as sarcasm and even joking. And unless we are listening with our heart, we could miss it.
And there's one in the crowd that just cannot or maybe will not quit talking. Maybe they're just excited. And the best way to approach this type of chatty Cathy is to just gently interrupt and maybe suggest that we stay on agenda, perhaps put it on the agenda for next time. But sometimes, depending on the subject and depending on the person, it may just be the time to let the conversation flow, and it might be the time to just listen and hear the heart of that person.
Sometimes it's the person who says nothing that speaks the loudest. The desire is that everyone shares. Our leadership team is a group of mature believers who hear from God, and we want to hear from everyone. If someone who normally shares freely and then not, something is up. And leadership can choose to deal with this at a separate setting.
That's true. The key is to keep open and transparent communication flowing at all times.
Well, sometimes we can be too transparent, especially I have noticed on social media. I have seen some interesting stuff put out on various social medias, especially Facebook.
Yeah, that's true. I love Facebook. It's how we talk about what we're doing in the community, and we let people know of our next gathering and event. But it's a great way to communicate. We just have to be careful.
Yes, and I agree with that. And we have established administrators that control the content of Facebook, and they should stay that way. And the rest of us can just like or share, which just spreads the message outward. I love that part.
That's important. This way we kind of have control over what's being put out there on Facebook or any of the other social medias, and we have to be so careful that we don't uncover someone else, especially in a prayer request.
Jesus never uncovered anyone. He covers us with mercy and with love, and we can do the same, even when we are frustrated with circumstances. I find the best way to ask for prayer in a corporate setting is to simply say that this person needs prayer. We don't have to be that specific, that they just need victory in this area of their life. And then pray from the position of victory and declaration, rather than addressing the enemy. I think we give the enemy too much credit.
Right.
We do not want to exalt the enemy. We want to exalt God in the situation and this person's victory. Amen?
Amen.
Yes.
You know, I know prayer requests are many times put on Facebook, and I've done that myself, but some prayer issues just need to stay in a prayer group. Sometimes
Yes.
some things just shouldn't be discussed out there for everyone to see. You know, we still have email, we still have phones, where we can do a personal and private prayer request for especially sensitive issues.
Let's take the mountain of media and communication for the glory of God. Amen. And let's start in our own leadership.
Amen. Great idea.